his objection or his statement is correct, and
Could you please repeat his statement then?
Mr. Arnold, would you be so kind as to repeat what you said, paraphrase if you will?
Happy to try again. You don't have a warranty for violations of the Building Code Act. The warranties don't warrant you against violations of the Building Code Act. So, decisions by Tarion that are heard appealed to this tribunal, the tribunal doesn't have any jurisdiction over violations of the Act because it's not the basis for the warranty. So it's not relevant to any Tarion proceeding, and it's not relevant to this Tarion proceeding.
So you're saying the Act is not relevant to Tarion?
I may be better off with my first version than the vice chair.
I think this is where it goes wrong. The size and the laughing and this attitude and the big eye rolling, Mr. Arnold, like we don't know. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I know there's a statement here that says no one should make any change to the permit plans unless they have authorization from a building official. I know our expert testified to that in terms of 109 and things, they can't change things in that permit plan. I know it relates to what we're talking about here, and I'm not even allowed to say it. It seems like the tribunal is not interested in having the evidence come forward.
Mr. Furlan, Mr. Haley's evidence was that he knows of the existence of the Building Code Act, that it isn't particularly, and I'm paraphrasing it isn't particularly important to Tarion, except that it is the legislation that enables them to enforce building code violations. The decision letter is, again, what drives this appeal. It's not the Building Code Act that, the decisions that Mr. Haley, the decision letters written by Mr. Haley are the basis for this appeal. And there's nothing in the Building Code Act that is in any way going to help me, because Mr. Haley and the job he does is not governed by the Building Code Act. Again, I'm sorry, Dr. Ferenc, you're very, very concerned about process that either did or did not get properly handled prior to the decision letters even being issued. And I can appreciate that you may have a lot of concerns and a lot of frustrations about those kinds of things. But it's the decision letter that gives rise to this hearing. And as far as what
we feel that Tarion should
I just keep saying the same thing. I don't know how else to even verbalize
we feel that Tarion should cover contracts and the building code. So how can the Building Code Act not be relevant?
You have to make a decision whether it's in compliance with the building code. So we have to look at
the Act.
We have to look at this, in my opinion. It's part of it.